Thank you so much, Aashuutosh, for joining in. Let's talk about this parental sort of block that we are talking about, which will perhaps be able to ensure that parents are able to guide their children better. But when you talk about bringing that into, say, the internet services, how can that be ensured?
See, I think completely blocking the children from use of internet, would be somewhat difficult considering
Right,
that as we have seen
this
that.
especially when education is heavily turning
Yes,
online.
of course. Yes. For instance, in Delhi, if we see due to the pollution and such factors, many of the schools have gone online, and children have been told, to have online classes to so that the pollution can be controlled at the same time. Now, if we see, the Australia, which has recently passed an act, legislation in December 2025 itself, as per that, they have completely banned the use of internet or the social media by the children, below the age of 16. Now, the question arises whether the same rule can be applied here, because we have this DPDP Act, Digital Personal Data Protection Act, which was framed in 2023. And in that act as well, the children have been covered, that they, considering their age, they should not be, supposed to be bullied by others, and
But
so many
clearly,
factors
all of
have
that
been,
is rampantly happening.
yes, so
There is
many, yes,
cyberbullying, there is
yeah,
pedophilia, there's
yes,
exposure to
however,
online pornography. All of that is
yes.
happening.
So yes, the parent consent is also required there. What law we have in hand at the moment, and as per the consent only, the child's any sort of information can be fed into the social media. So these factors are already there. However, there is no age factor as such mentioned. And if you see the many of the other countries, also like France, Germany, Spain, so they also have made certain laws by which they are trying to regulate, the kind of contents the children would be using through internet. So I think instead regulation should be the first criteria instead of completely banning it. And the High Court has clearly told the center also to to consider, what best can be done in the interest of the children. And I think even the rights commissions, which were formed under our national commission, protection of child rights act 2005, so they should also do their duties. This is what the High Court has stated, that you must perform your duties. You have been formed to look after